All right, settle in, everyone, because we are diving deep today into Culpa Nuestra.
Oh, yes.
The finale
The grand finale.
to Maria Martinez's Culpables trilogy.
I know a lot of readers have been waiting for this one.
Oh, absolutely. Like, the Goodreads reviews are through the roof.
Yeah.
So much hype.
Definitely.
And, our listeners trust us
Absolutely.
to really give them the scoop on whether this book lives up to it all.
Lives up to all that hype.
Exactly.
And I think it's interesting because, this isn't just a standalone story.
Right.
Readers have been with Nick and Noah for 2 whole books already.
2 books.
So there's a real investment in seeing how it all ends for them.
Totally. Culpa Nuestra picks up right where Culpa Tuya left us, with Nick and Noah's relationship.
On the rocks.
On the rocks.
Yeah.
Like, barely hanging on by a thread.
So much to work through.
So much. Past hurts, rebuilding trust. It's not all sunshine and roses.
No, not at all.
It's a lot of emotional baggage.
Oh, yeah. To unpack.
And that's where I think Martinez really excels.
Yeah.
She doesn't shy away from those raw, messy moments. Like, you see Noah really wrestling with this intense guilt.
Oh, yeah.
Over her past choices.
Yeah.
And then you've got Nick, who's so torn.
Totally.
Between his love for Noah and this, burning desire for revenge.
Ooh, that push and pull. It's so real.
It is.
Like that turmoil they're both going through.
Yeah.
And yet Martinez manages to give us these glimpses of
vulnerability.
Yes.
It's those quiet moments where you see the depth of their feelings.
It's not all fireworks and drama.
Exactly.
It's the subtle things,
Yeah.
Like how they're trying to reconnect, understand each other's pain.
I was particularly struck by there's this one scene where, and I don't want to give too much away.
Of course.
But Noah brings Nick his favorite childhood dessert. And it's just this small gesture, but it speaks volumes.
Yes. About how well she knows him.
It's those little things that really highlight how complex their relationship is.
Absolutely.
And it's not just them, right?
No, definitely not.
Like, we get drawn into the lives of their friends and family.
Absolutely. It's not just a love story in a vacuum.
Right.
You see how their choices affect those around them.
Yeah.
And those secondary characters, they actually end up reflecting the main themes in their own ways.
Oh, interesting. Like, how so?
Well, for example, Noah's best friend, let's call her Sarah for now.
Okay.
She's dealing with her own issues with trust after being betrayed by someone close to her. And her journey mirrors Noah's in a way.
Wow.
They're both learning how to forgive.
So powerful.
It adds another whole layer to the story.
Totally agree.
It's not just about Nick and Noah.
Right. It's about this whole web of relationships.
That's sad.
And how they all kind of intertwine.
Yeah. Beautifully done.
Now, on to the characters themselves. I have to say the character development in Culpa Nuestra, especially with Nick and Noah.
It's phenomenal.
It's phenomenal. Noah's journey in particular.
Oh, so powerful.
Really resonated with me. She's carrying so much guilt. And you see her slowly learning to forgive herself. It's not a quick fix.
No. It's a process.
It's a process, a journey.
And I think that's such a powerful message,
right? Especially
in a world where we're bombarded with these messages about self-improvement.
Quick fixes.
Quick fixes, yeah. Like you can just snap your fingers, be a brand new person.
It's not realistic.
And Noah's story shows us that self-acceptance, it's not about being perfect. It's about owning your mistakes and choosing to grow from them.
It's about recognizing your worth.
Yes.
Despite your flaws.
Exactly.
I love that.
Such a powerful message.
And then there's Nick.
Oh,
starting off, understandably, consumed by anger.
So much anger.
But as the story goes on, you see him wrestling with this desire for revenge.
Right.
Like questioning if it's really what he wants.
Like, will it really bring him peace?
Yeah. It made me think, does holding on to anger actually bring peace?
It's a question that kind of permeates the whole story.
It does.
You might find yourself at first frustrated with Nick's anger.
I was.
But as you follow his journey, you start to see
the cracks.
The cracks in his armor,
He's battling his demons.
He is. And you know what's interesting?
What's that?
The people around him, they play a crucial role in his transformation.
I like that.
For instance, there's a scene where his older brother calls him out on his behavior.
Wow.
And it's a turning point for Nick.
Interesting.
It makes you realize that real growth,
Yeah.
it often happens in the context of our relationship.
I like that they hold up a mirror to his pain.
Exactly.
And that's where the supporting characters, they really shine.
They do.
They're not just background noise.
No, they're active participants.
In Nick and Noah's journeys, they challenge them, support them.
Yeah, yeah.
And ultimately help them see themselves more clearly.
What I find fascinating is how Martinez uses these secondary characters to almost embody the main themes.
Oh, interesting.
In these subtle ways.
Tell me more.
They become like living examples of forgiveness, sacrifice, self-discovery.
So they're not just there to move the plot along.
No, they're adding.
They add depth.
Depth, yeah. The layers to the story.
So we've got this captivating plot.
Yes.
Complex characters. But what about the bigger picture?
The themes.
The themes. What are the deeper messages?
No, there are so many.
Because Culpa Nuestra dives headfirst into some heavy stuff.
It does.
And does it beautifully.
Yeah.
So let's start with, I think it's at the heart of the story.
Forgiveness.
Forgiveness and redemption. What do you think about that?
I think it's not that superficial kind of forgiveness, like just saying, I'm sorry and moving on.
Right, it's deeper.
It's about acknowledging the hurt, taking responsibility for your actions, and realizing that forgiveness, it's a process.
It's a journey.
Not a destination.
And it's not just seeking forgiveness from others.
No.
It's about forgiving yourself.
Which can be the hardest part.
Which is so hard.
It is.
And it's about recognizing, we all make mistakes. We can't let them define us.
And I think that's where Martinez really hits the nail on the head.
Okay.
Because she captures that inner struggle. That voice that tells you you're not worthy.
We all have that voice.
We do.
It's so insidious.
But she also shows us that self-compassion, it's possible.
It is.
It's necessary for healing and growth.
It is.
It's like she's saying,
what?
Hey, you're allowed to mess up.
Yeah.
You're allowed to be imperfect.
Yeah.
And you're still worthy.
So powerful.
Of love and forgiveness.
And then we have love and sacrifice.
Oh, yeah.
Which, Culpa Nuestra doesn't shy away from.
No.
It really digs into that.
It does.
It makes you realize that love isn't always
easy
or glamorous.
Or simple.
It can be messy.
Very messy.
Demanding. And it requires us to make tough choices.
Yeah. And think about Nick's decision to, well, I don't want to spoil it for listeners.
Right.
But he makes a really big sacrifice.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
For Noah.
Yeah, that was a big one.
And it really shows that love sometimes means putting someone else's needs before your own.
Even when it hurts.
Even when it hurts.
Which is so hard.
It is.
But that's what love is sometimes.
It is. It's about understanding.
Right.
That true love, it's about reciprocity.
Yeah.
It's about understanding. It's a partnership where you're both willing to give and take to support each other's growth.
It's not a one-way street.
Exactly. You navigate those complexities of life.
Together.
Together.
And it's not always these grand gestures.
Yeah.
It's the small things.
The everyday choices.
Right. The willingness to compromise, to listen.
To just be there for someone.
Yeah.
Those little acts of love, they build a foundation of trust.
And intimacy.
And lastly, we have this theme of self-discovery.
Woven through both of their journeys.
And you see both of them forced to confront who they are, what they want.
What are they afraid of?
Yeah, it's like they're peeling back layers of themselves, revealing their deepest fears and insecurities.
Right.
And it's not always pretty.
No, it's raw.
It's real.
It's honest.
It's ultimately liberating, though.
It is.
It is.
See them go through that and come out stronger.
And come out stronger on the other side.
Yeah.
I think what Culpa Nuestra is showing us is that self-discovery.
It's about confronting those fears.
Yeah.
Challenging those beliefs.
Yes.
Stepping outside those comfort zones.
And embracing that personal evolution.
Exactly. And, it's not a solo endeavor.
No.
This process.
It's through our interactions with others.
Okay.
The challenges they present, the support that we get.
That we gain a deeper understanding of ourselves.
Yeah.
It's like those around us. They hold up a mirror.
That's a great way to put it.
Reflecting parts of ourselves that we might not want to see.
Right.
But ultimately.
Need to acknowledge to grow.
Yeah. I love that.
Powerful stuff.
Now let's talk about Maria Martinez's writing style.
Oh, yes.
Because it is as captivating as the story itself. Her prose is so emotionally intense.
Yeah.
vivid. It draws you right in.
You feel like you're right there with them.
To their inner world.
Yeah, you're experiencing everything.
You really feel everything.
Yeah.
And the way she uses those alternating perspectives, switching between Nick and Noah's points of view.
So effective.
Oh, so well done.
You get both sides of the story.
Yeah.
You understand their motivations.
You understand their struggles.
And you connect with them on a deeper level.
On a much deeper level.
Yeah.
And it's not just about telling, right?
No.
It's about showing.
Mm-hmm.
She uses flashbacks and dialogue masterfully.
So well.
Giving us glimpses into the past, unraveling those layers of their relationship and helping us understand how they got to this point.
Absolutely. It adds so much depth.
Yeah, depth and complexity to the narrative.
It does. Keeps you engaged.
So we've got a complex plot.
Yes.
Compelling characters.
Uh-huh.
Thought-provoking themes.
Mm-hmm.
A gripping writing style.
Oh, yeah.
But is everything perfect?
Well, nothing's ever perfect, right?
It's true.
Let's talk about the pacing and structure.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay, so one thing that really stands out is the deliberate pacing of the story. This is not a book that rushes through emotions.
Mm-hmm.
It takes its time, reflecting the gradual nature of healing and reconciliation.
It's like watching a flower bloom.
Yes.
In slow motion.
Yes. You appreciate every little detail.
You appreciate the subtle changes.
That lead to that final, breathtaking result.
So beautiful.
It's beautiful, yeah.
Now, I know some readers, especially those who are used to fast-paced narratives.
Yeah, those page-turners.
Might find it slow.
They might.
But it serves the story so well.
It does.
It allows that emotional weight to settle in.
To breathe.
To breathe, yeah.
It's a reminder that real life doesn't offer those quick fixes.
It doesn't.
It takes time.
It's a journey.
It is.
Not a destination.
Exactly.
And sometimes it's those messy, imperfect moments that lead to the most profound transformations.
Absolutely. I love that.
And the structure, it's so carefully constructed.
Yes, to lead to that satisfying climax.
Yeah, it's not about those cheap thrills.
No.
It's about earning that resolution, showing us that growth and forgiveness.
Takes time.
They take time and effort.
And it's realistic.
Yeah, it's not a fairy tale.
No.
And, you know, even though the ending gives us that closure, there's a sense that it's not this
happily ever after.
Neat and tidy, happily ever after.
It's real life.
Right.
And it acknowledges that personal growth.
Yeah.
It's an ongoing process.
Life doesn't end.
No.
With the last page of a book.
That's right. It's about taking those lessons and carrying them into the next chapter.
Yes.
Of our own lives.
So we've covered a lot.
We have.
What are your overall thoughts on the book's strengths and weaknesses?
Well, I have to say, what struck me the most was the emotional depth. Martinez just gets how messy love and forgiveness can be.
She does.
You feel it in every scene.
You really do.
Yeah.
And the characters are definitely a strong point.
Oh, absolutely.
They feel so real.
So relatable.
Even when they're making questionable choices.
Even when they're messing up.
Which we all do.
Yeah.
But you root for them.
You do?
You get frustrated with them.
Yeah.
But you never stop caring.
Never.
About what happens to them.
And the thematic richness.
Thematic richness, yes.
It's undeniable.
It's undeniable.
You know, the book tackles these big questions.
It does.
About forgiveness, redemption, sacrifice, self-discovery.
Yeah.
All within this compelling love story.
It makes you think.
It does.
It's not just entertainment.
It's thought-provoking.
It is.
It stays with you.
It stays with you.
You reflect on it, and you do a little soul-searching.
Soul-searching.
Yeah.
Now, in terms of weaknesses,
yeah,
what do you think?
I think some readers might find that deliberate pacing a bit frustrating.
That's fair.
Yeah, you know, if you're looking for a fast-paced...
Yeah, action-packed.
Yeah, this might not be the book for you.
And while I appreciate the repetition of certain themes and conflicts to emphasize their importance, right?
Yeah.
It could feel, at times, a bit heavy-handed.
A little bit.
But overall, I think Culpa Nuestra delivers...
It does.
A moving conclusion to the Culpables trilogy.
Absolutely.
It's a testament to the power of storytelling.
It is.
To transport us to other worlds.
Yeah, to make us feel...
deeply,
to challenge our perspectives.
I love that.
Yeah, and speaking of challenges...
Yes.
There's one question that keeps coming back to me.
Okay.
It's central to the theme of forgiveness.
Okay.
But it's tricky.
What is it?
True forgiveness requires forgetting.
Ooh, that is a good one.
Or is it about acknowledging the past
Okay.
while consciously choosing to move forward?
Wow, that is powerful.
It is.
And I think that's something we all grapple with in our own lives.
Our relationships.
It goes beyond the pages of this book.
Absolutely.
It touches upon our own experiences,
It does.
our capacity for compassion.
And it really makes you examine your own beliefs about forgiveness.
Is it passive or active?
Exactly.
Wow. That's a great question to leave our listeners with.
To ponder.
As they read Culpa Nuestra.
It really does, doesn't it?
It really makes you think.
Like, can you truly move on?
Yeah.
If you haven't let go of the past?
It's tough.
Or is it more about, acknowledging what happened and choosing to grow?
Grow from it, yeah.
I think that's what I love about books like this.
Me too.
It doesn't give you those easy answers, but it gets you thinking.
It sparks these conversations.
Yes. Internal conversations.
Internal conversations.
About your own beliefs and values.
Yeah.
It's not just about escaping into this fictional world.
No.
It's about using that world to better understand our own.
That's the best kind of story.
And that brings me to something else Martinez does really well. Oh, what's that?
Her use of symbolism.
Ah, yes. The symbolism.
Throughout the book, there are these recurring motifs, like the color blue.
Oh, the color blue, yes.
It pops up everywhere.
It does.
What do you think she's trying to say with that?
Well, I interpreted it as representing Noah's sadness.
Interesting.
And longing for a fresh start.
Oh, fresh start, yeah.
Like a clear blue sky.
Ooh, I like that.
But, it's open to interpretation.
Of course.
That's the beauty of literature.
I know.
Each reader brings their own experiences to it.
Yeah.
And creates their own understanding.
It's like a conversation.
Yeah, between the author and the reader.
Between the author and the reader. I love that.
And speaking of conversations.
Oh, yes.
The dialogue in Culpa Nuestra.
The dialogue is so good.
So sharp, so witty.
Yeah.
Often with this touch of humor.
Even in the midst of some serious situations.
It's like you're eavesdropping on real people.
It feels so natural.
Exactly, and it reveals so much.
About the characters.
About their personality.
Their relationships.
Yeah.
Do you remember that scene?
Which one?
Where Nick tries to cook Noah dinner?
Oh, yes.
And completely burns the pasta?
Saying the fire alarm goes off?
Oh, it was so funny.
It was hilarious.
And it just perfectly captures their dynamic,
It does, their banter.
It showcases Martinez's ability to write such real characters.
Real and relatable characters.
Okay, let's shift gears a bit.
Okay, where to?
Back to the structure.
Yeah.
We talked about the pacing being deliberate, which some might find slow.
Yeah, some might.
But how does that actually work in the story's favor?
Well, I think it allows for those subtle shifts in character development and in relationships to unfold more organically.
It's not rushed.
It's not rushed at all.
Instead of rushing through those big emotional moments, she takes her time. The tension builds.
Yeah.
You really feel those characters marinate.
In their feeling.
You experience the depth of their journey.
And it's like those long shots in a movie.
I was just thinking that.
You can just feel everything simmering beneath the surface.
It's so cinematic.
Yeah, it is.
And the structure also creates this anticipation leading up to the climax. Like there are these little moments of foreshadowing.
Oh, yeah.
And they keep you guessing.
They keep you hooked.
And when that climax hits,
oh, man,
it's so satisfying.
It is. It feels earned.
Because all those quiet moments of tension,
inflection.
They've been building to this
release.
Cathartic release.
It's like a masterclass.
It is.
In pacing and structure.
Sometimes the most powerful stories are the ones that simmer slowly.
Yeah.
They let you really immerse yourself in that world.
In the character's world.
And feel the weight of their choices.
And even though...
the ending does provide resolution.
Yeah.
It's not like a neat little bow tied up perfectly.
No, not a fairy tale. It's not. It's real life.
Life goes on. These characters will continue to evolve, to face new challenges.
And that's what makes it so relatable.
It is.
Right.
Life isn't about finding the perfect ending.
No, it's messy.
It's about embracing that journey.
Yeah.
With all the ups and downs.
The good, the bad.
The good, the bad, the ugly.
The ugly.
Understanding that growth is this continuous process.
It never really ends.
Now, for those who haven't read
the previous
books in the Culpables trilogy.
Oh, yeah.
Can you give us a quick recap?
A quick recap? Okay, if they've missed.
Okay, so the first book, Culpa Mia, introduces us to Nick and Noah. These two young people from very different worlds.
Oh, yeah.
Thrown together by circumstance.
And they've got this intense chemistry.
Undeniable. Yeah.
But their relationship's complicated.
It's so complicated. Full of secrets and misunderstandings.
Family drama.
External pressures.
Yeah, it's like a modern-day Romeo and Juliet.
Oh, I love that.
But with way more angst.
Way more angst.
And those steamy makeout sessions.
We can't forget about those.
And then the second book, Culpa Nuestra, picks up where the first one left off. We see the aftermath.
Of their choices.
The consequences.
Lots of trust issues.
Oh, yeah. Baggage to unpack.
Baggage. So much baggage.
The emotional baggage.
Emotional baggage.
And that's what makes Culpa Nuestra so satisfying.
I agree.
As a conclusion, it brings everything full circle. You get that closure.
That closure.
But it acknowledges that life is messy.
Life is messy.
And unpredictable.
It really is.
Yeah.
Okay, so final thoughts on Culpa Nuestra.
Final thoughts.
And its place in the Culpables trilogy.
Well, I think it's a brilliant ending.
You do.
I do.
To a captivating series.
It's a story about love, loss, forgiveness, the complexities of human relationships.
The human experience.
It's a story that stays with you.
It does.
Long after you finish it.
It really does.
It prompts you to reflect.
On your own experiences.
Yeah.
On your own choices.
And I think it reminds us that even amidst heartbreak and pain, there's always hope.
There's always hope.
For healing and growth.
Such a powerful message.
It is.
Now, before we wrap up,
I
have to ask, what are some other books?
Oh, this is a fun question.
That fans of Culpa Nuestra might enjoy?
If you're looking for something with a similar emotional intensity.
Okay. Yeah.
And focus on forgiveness and redemption, I would highly recommend The Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller.
The Song of Achilles.
It's beautifully written.
Oh, I've heard good things about that one.
It'll wreck you emotionally.
In a good way.
In the best way possible.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that book.
It's so good.
And what about something with a similar...
A slow burn romance.
Slow burn, okay.
And that focus on character development.
Oh, for a slow burn.
Yeah.
You cannot go wrong with Red, White, and Royal Blue by Casey McQuiston.
Okay.
The characters are fantastic.
I've heard good things.
And the romance, it just unfolds so beautifully.
Okay.
Keeps you on the edge of your seat.
I will definitely add those to my TBR.
Good choices.
You know, it's funny.
What's that?
When I first started Culpa Nuestra,
yeah,
I wasn't sure if I was going to like it.
Really?
Yeah, like Nick's anger.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of rubbed me the wrong way.
It can be a lot.
At first.
Yeah.
But as I got deeper into the story,
yeah,
I started to understand him more. And I found myself actually rooting for him.
I think that's what Martinez does so well.
What?
She creates these flawed characters.
Yeah.
But they're relatable.
Yeah.
You know?
You get it.
They make mistakes.
They're human.
They act impulsively. They say things they regret.
But they're capable of growth. Yes.
Of learning and becoming better.
That's the journey we're all on.
Right. And it's that transformation that makes the story so compelling.
And we can't forget Noah's journey.
Oh, absolutely not.
It's just as powerful.
If not more so.
Maybe even more so.
Seeing her confront that guilt.
Yeah.
Learn to forgive herself. Find her own voice.
It's inspiring.
It's so inspiring.
It reminds us that healing takes time.
It does.
And it's okay to ask for help.
It's more than okay.
It's essential.
Noah's journey shows us that vulnerability can be a strength.
It can be.
That opening up to others can be so healing.
And it's not just about individual growth.
Right.
It's about connection.
Yes. Finding your people.
Finding those people who see you.
Support you.
Challenge you.
To be your best self.
That's one of the biggest takeaways from this book.
What is it?
We don't have to go through it alone.
We don't.
There's strength in vulnerability.
There is.
In letting people, allowing ourselves to be loved and supported.
That is beautiful.
It is.
And it's a message we all need to hear.
Time to time, yeah.
So as we wrap up our deep dive
into
Culpa Nuestra, I want to leave our listeners with a few final thoughts.
I'm ready.
If you are looking for a book that will make you feel all the feels.
Oh, yeah.
Make you think about love, loss,
forgiveness,
the complexities of relationships.
Yeah.
Then Culpa Nuestra is worth your time.
100%.
It'll stay with you long after you turn that last page.
And it might even inspire you.
Yeah.
To take a closer look at your own life.
To reflect on your own choices.
Yeah.
And remember that question.
The big one.
About true forgiveness.
Whether it requires forgetting?
Yeah, or choosing to move forward.
It's a good one.
Keep that in mind as you read.
Yeah.
See how it plays out for Nick and Noah.
How it resonates with you.
Maybe it'll spark some conversations.
Maybe some book club debates.
Or even just within yourself.
Yeah, exact.
Because sometimes the most powerful stories are the ones that leave us with more questions than answers.
They spark those conversations.
Yes. They inspire us to grow.
Well said.
That's a wrap.
That's it.
On our deep dive into Culpa Nuestra.
I feel like we've been through a lot.
We've laughed. We've cried.
We've gone deep.
We've delved into those hearts and minds.
We did it.
And hopefully, we've given you all a taste.
A little taste.
Of what makes this book so special.
It's a good one.
It's been such a pleasure.
Likewise.
Dissecting this story with you.
It's a reminder that romance can be so much more than just fluff.
Absolutely.
It can explore the human experience.
It can.
Deeply.
So if you're looking for a story that will make you feel deeply,
think critically,
challenge your perspectives,
then Culpa Nuestra is for you.
Add it to that reading list.
And if you've already read it,
maybe it's time for a reread.
Always a good idea.
See what new insights you glean.
Yeah, fresh perspective.
Who knows? Maybe it'll spark those conversations.
Yeah, those deep conversations.
Until next time.
Until next time.
Happy reading, everyone.
Happy reading.
And don't forget to subscribe to Books Podcast for more deep dives like this one. If you enjoyed this episode, please leave a review and share it with your fellow book lovers. We appreciate your support. Have a suggestion for a future deep dive? We're all ears. Send us your ideas, and we just might feature your favorite book. Until then, keep those pages turning.